Alrighty, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we're going to react to the original Xbox retrospective. Last weekend, we did GameCube, and I told y'all about GameCube. Now, I did have an Xbox for a short period of time, very short period of time. It was gifted to me by one of my cousins. One of my cousins loaned me his Xbox for a while, because he had moved on to the he had moved on to the Xbox 360. He had the Xbox 360, so he gave me his Xbox. He was like, "Bro, if you want it, you can have it, bro. I don't play it no more. I got the Xbox 360. This nigga was playing Saints Row, NBA Live, NBA 2K, Madden. I was jealous at this nigga, bro. I was like, man, you lucky, dog. You an only child, bro, and you got all these fucking games, bro." He's like, "Man, if you want it, you can have it." He gave me all his games, all his Xbox games. He gave me all his Xbox games. He gave me the Xbox. I'm sitting up here. I got this whole thing. Well, I ain't take all his Xbox games. I took the ones I wanted. So, like the Grand Theft Autos, the Star Wars games, because the Star Wars games back on the Xbox was fire. Let's not act like them Xbox exclusive Star Wars games wasn't fire, bro. Let's not act like that. Let's not do that.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's MVP. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
Facts, nigga. Them Star Wars games was fire. Them Batman games was fire. Then I took all the NBA games, I think I took 2K5 and Madden, and I had an Xbox. I was cool, bro. I had my own Xbox, bro. The Xbox, that shit was lit too. I'm not gonna lie. Plus, he had his Xbox modded. He had his Xbox modded, so you could watch. He had this shit modded to the point where you can go on the internet and watch porn. Yeah, if you knew back then, the mods back then on the original Xbox, if you ever had your Xbox modded or jailbroken, if you know, you know. But yeah, he had it like that, bro. You could watch movies on it, any movie, bro. Any movie you just typed in, bro, it was gonna be right there for you, bro. All you needed to do was connect it. The thing was hacked. You was always online. You could play Halo online for free. You didn't need the fucking thing, bro. He had the whole setup, the whole hookup. All I had to do was just plug an Ethernet cord in, bro, and I was good, bro. Damn, that was the good, man. Shout out to my cousin, bro. Shout out to my cousin. Shout out to my cousin, man. But yeah, man. Anyways, though, without further ado, man, let's get right. Oh, I was gonna live stream today. For Saturday, but the job literally called me as I came in the door. I come in through the door. I put the key in the hole. I turn the knob. I walk right in. The next thing I know, the T-Mobile thing is going off. The T-Mobile jingle is going off. My phone is vibrating. I'm like, who's calling me, man? It's like, fuck, these niggas gonna want me to come in tomorrow. Hello? Yo, we need you to come in tomorrow. And I'm gonna miss everybody. As y'all can see, I got the stream set up. As you can see, I got the subscribers right here. I got the. This is not accurate at all. I have 28. I have 2,800 subscribers as of right now. As of right now, I have 2,800 subscribers. So this is not accurate at all. The chat is like right here. I had this all set up. I set this all up because I said I was gonna live stream this weekend, but shit got fucked up. So hopefully we could do a Sunday. I gotta go into work Saturday. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna be gone all Saturday. So my Saturday is pretty much ruined. I know y'all probably like, just stream when you get off work. Nigga, I'm not gonna have the energy. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna have the energy. I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna be tired, and I gotta wash my clothes and shit like that. And I gotta go, and I gotta hope and pray that they don't call and ask me to come in on Sunday. So we'll see, man. Like I said, my schedule, my work schedule has changed, but this time it's unpredictable now. Now it's they call me on a need to know basis. Like, hey, come in tomorrow. All right. Like I'm on that type of schedule, so I don't know when I'm going in. I don't know when I'm not going in. I don't know when I'm having a day off or when I'm not having a day off. It's all based on if they call me. If they don't call me the day of, they gonna call me in the morning. If they don't call me in the morning, if they don't call me pretty much around like 8 o'clock, then I know I got the rest of the day off. So if that's the case, then that's the case. But we might can stream Sunday, but Sunday we might can stream. It depends though. I'm trying to stream for y'all, man. I want to stream, but at the same time, it's like shit kind of hectic right now. So we'll try Sunday. If not Sunday, I just hit y'all with a stream at random. Okay, that's fair. I know, man, but if I don't have the energy for it, I'm not gonna do it. That's just me. I'm just not gonna do it. Mentally, I can't do it. But anyways, though, without further ado, let's get right into this video.
March 2nd, 1999, Sony announces the PS2. Bill Gates panics and demands that Microsoft does something before the big black menace replaces the PC in the living room. And the answer was this. Launched on November 15th, 2001, what you're seeing here is 8.5 pounds of juicy early 2000s gaming goodness. I first picked an Xbox up from EB Games when they were a few years old and pretty much bargain bin material. I remember Dad actually got into an argument with the guy behind the counter because he couldn't sell him Grand Theft Auto San Andreas since I was a minor.
See, that's that bullshit, bro. I remember, bro. When I finally got my PlayStation, when I finally got my Xbox 360, and I was trying to get Grand Theft Auto 4, the bitch ass GameStop nigga at the counter, bro. Man, before you buy this game for your son here, do you know that this game contains violence, killing, all type of bad shit? And my mom is just like, my grandma was with me when I went to go get the game. And my grandma was with me the day I went to go buy that fucking game. Because I had just graduated out the 8th grade, so I was moving on to high school. And I finally got my Xbox. I had an Xbox, but I kept getting in trouble. I kept getting in trouble a lot. 7th grade, 8th grade weren't my best. Well, academically, they weren't my best years. Because I kept getting in fucking trouble. But them shits was lit, boy. I was up 200, bro. The hoes was fucking with me. Niggas, I was that nigga, man. I didn't really know how to take it in. I was still considered like the funny weird kid. that crack jokes every now and again. But man, 7th grade and 8th grade, I was him. I was him. He is I, and I am him. Nah, nigga, it's what it is. But oh man, once I finally did graduate though, and I finally got my Xbox, and my mom was like, you can have your Xbox, you can have it, it's yours, you earned it, you graduated, that's all that matters. So I moved on to the 8th grade. My mom moved me on to the 8th grade. I said my mom moved me on to the 8th grade. I moved on to the 8th grade. I was trying to get that Grand Theft Auto 4 for the longest, man. I was trying so hard to get it because I could never get it because I was always in trouble all the time. And when I finally got that motherfucker, man, bitch ass nigga at the fucking counter. You can't, this game is rated for mature. It's got gangs, violence, guns, sex, a lot of bad cursing, blood, gore. You can stab people, you can shoot people, you can run people over, you can blow people up with explosives. This is a very, very mature game, and I just want you to know that before you make this purchase for your child that's underage to play this game. I just want you to know that I'm not saying that he can't have it, but I do have to do this because that's part of my job. That nigga, that little white boy behind that counter almost got his ass whipped by a 14-year-old that day. I swear to God, he almost did, bro. Because my grandma was sitting there looking like, I don't think we should be buying him this game, man. And my mom didn't care because I already had Vice City and San Andreas. She didn't care. My mom was like, shit, he already got the other ones. It don't even fucking matter at this point. And my grandma was just sitting there like, I don't think this is a good idea. I think we should not buy this game for my. And you said it has what in it now? Oh no, I don't. No, we ain't buying this. No, I'm like, Grandma, chill, be that ass, son. This is for me. This is my day. I graduated 8th grade. This is my day. Let me have my moment. Let me have Grand Theft Auto 4. Let me experience this. I'm already a year behind. The DLC was out and everything, bro. I need this. Grandma, I need this. Mama, I need this. Alright. My mom, like I said, my mom didn't care. I already had Vice City and San Andreas. What the fuck was Grand Theft Auto gonna do? Fuck was Grand Theft Auto 4 gonna do? Nothing. Exactly. But anyways, let's get right back into the video.
Problem was, the sale had already been made and Dad was a little less, docile back then. So needless to say, I was another impressionable kid whose mind was apparently warped by perhaps the Mac Daddy of violent video games at the time. But more importantly, I was introduced to the world of Xbox.
Why they got a kid butt naked flying through the air? Hey, yo.
Excited. The Xbox is everything The Rock is. Cutting edge, powerful, exhilarating, and like The Rock, it will be the most electrifying thing coming out this year.
Shut up,
Doc,
bitch!
as much as I love your humility now, God, you were fun back then. I won't bore you with technical specs as I feel that's what Google's for, but to break this beast down, it is a build.
Bro, this control, I'm so happy that they didn't stick with this controller, the first controller, because this controller right here was fucking garbage, bro.
Hear me down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks. To this day. To this day. To this day.
Bruh, this fucking controller right here was trash. The second iteration of the controller, of the Xbox controller, way better. But I just wish that they had an adapter, bro, for the Xbox 360 controller, bro. So that way you can plug the Xbox 360 controller into this, bro. They should have had an adapter for this, bro. They should have or third-party controller or the third-party controllers could have made like a PlayStation controller for the Xbox, bro. They should have, bro, because this shit right here was garbage, bro. This shit was a terrible fucking idea for fucking gaming controller.
Built-in hard drive, so throw away your memory cards and enjoy quicker load times as you're presented with crisp imagery ranging from 480p minimum all the way up to 1080i resolution on certain games. And thanks to Dolby, we have surround sound for the moving 3D imagery.
Facts. I ain't gonna lie to y'all though. Playing Need for Speed like Underground 2 on the Xbox 10 times better than playing on the PlayStation 2. Now the GameCube, I would say they neck and neck. The GameCube experience and the Xbox experience with Need for Speed Underground 2, I'll say they about the same, but I'm gonna give the edge to Xbox just because it just felt more fluid on the Xbox. I can't really explain it. The game felt more fluid.
Love this thing so much I want to get behind it and plug its hole.
Hey yo.
With an Ethernet cable.
Hey, yo.
That's right, an Ethernet cable to support broadband connected internet.
Hey, yo, what the
Now this was
fuck?
back when only about 5% of US households had broadband, but Xbox owners that did enjoyed LAN parties. You know little Johnny who screams through his headset of how hard he f***ed your mum last night?
Hey, yo.
Well, imagine like 16 of him in the same house, each with their own TV and Xbox plugged into the modem, making a racket over a game of Star Wars Battlefront, Crimson Skies, or of course, Halo. Now, I'm not a Halo fan. When Halo 2 first came out, I'd watch my neighbour play it, bored out of my friggin' mind. But I can appreciate what Halo did for the first-person shooter genre. Earlier console titles like GoldenEye and Medal of Honor were fine, but they lacked precision and their low frame rates couldn't cope with the constant view changes. Developer Bungie basically took everything that, at the time, was only possible on a PC with a mouse and keyboard and brought it to the Xbox with Combat Evolved.
I ain't gonna lie, playing Halo was fun, bro. I ain't gonna lie, playing Halo online was fun, bro. Especially when you got a hacked, well, especially when you got a hack, you got a jailbroken Xbox, and you ain't gotta pay for the online because it's hacked. It's on, and you can get online. You could bypass the Xbox Live and all that shit, man. Good times, man. Good times.
Halo 2 would be the best-selling game on the system and helped push online multiplayer into the mainstream with the Xbox Live subscription service.
Let's play!
Anyone else remember how cool spiky blonde hair was back then? You nailed the marketing, Microsoft. Instead of having to manually search for a lobby, Xbox Live let players automatically find people to play with, and it allowed parties to stay together even after a match. Almost sounds like I'm describing online gaming today, right?
Pretty much.
On closer inspection, we have a disk drive, obviously for games, but also DVDs if you bought a playback remote. Big sales mistake, Microsoft. An Ethernet port, we've been over that. And 4 controller ports originally for this hunky-dory known as the Duke. Not so user-friendly, but later released was the smaller Type S controller, the size of which is near perfect and it feels just right in your hands.
That's what she said.
And these breakaway cables are ingenious. I tell you, the amount of times my console was saved from being pulled onto the floor and shaking the whole house with how much of a tank it is. Which may make you wonder, why so big? Were Microsoft compensating for something? Well, you know, Bill Gates does have a pretty small pair of hands, but they also needed to fit what's essentially a toned-down PC inside, and so as cool as their Chrome X-shaped prototype was, it was never going to be practical.
No.
So while the size might have been too big for your girlfriend to handle, Xbox's technology allowed for gorgeous looking games, with multiplats usually looking a ton better than they did on the PS2 or GameCube, and sometimes had extra content exclusive to the Xbox version.
Yeah.
A couple I've come across are Silent Hill 2, offering like an hour-long side story where you play as Maria before she meets James, as well as the Spider-Man first movie game having an additional boss fight with Kraven the Hunter.
Yep, they
Good
sure
too,
did.
'cause I sure was craving some Kraven.
They sure did have a Kraven storyline on the Xbox version.
Oh, baby, you're just the gift that keeps on giving.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Hey, yo.
The Xbox actually allowed you to rip your CDs onto its hard drive, then add the music to soundtracks on games that allowed it. The Grand Theft Auto trilogy.
Or if you had like an MP3 player, like an iPod or something like that, easy rip. And then you have the title tracks and shit instead of it just saying track 1, track 2. But if you plugged it up to the internet, and you had it plugged up to the internet, and you have the official disc for the album that you was ripping, then it would get all the information. Because I think the original Xbox came with Windows Media Player, I believe.
Being among
Don't quote
these.
me on that.
I mean, I love the Vice City soundtrack as much as the next person, but come on, Rockstar, where was Jump For My Love by the Pointer Sisters? Ah, now that's fitting. You know what's not so fitting? The tight outfit on Tina here from Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate.
Oh yeah, Dead or Alive 2.
Me and my
was
brother were
goated,
jamming
bro.
this on multiplayer the other day, and he goes, "This character is OP as." I responded, "Yeah, she is overly perverted, isn't she?" Apparently that's not what he meant, but I stand by what I said. Dead or Alive is one among a few game series originally developed for Sega systems that, after the Dreamcast's sad demise in 2001, sought refuge by being continued on the Xbox. And while developer Team Ninja would have Dead or Alive published by Tecmo, a lot of IPs published by Sega themselves that left off on the Dreamcast would be continued on Xbox. Some standout, what I call zombie Dreamcast games are Crazy Taxi 3, Jet Set Radio Future, and Panzer Dragoon Auto.
These tight controls and the amazing colours, man, you really can't go wrong with these arcadey kind of games.
Sega would also publish titles for the PS2 and GameCube, but seeing their games like Sonic Heroes and Amazing Island, it's clear they wanted to give the creme de la creme stuff to Microsoft. I mean, it makes sense. Microsoft had rapport with Sega from when they developed the Windows CE operating system for the Dreamcast, with the two never being in direct competition with each other. Now, the Sega stuff is great. Halo to most people is great. But there's a shit ton of other exclusive games on the Xbox that are also well worth playing. Screw you, Doom 3. I was going to nominate you, but now you can forget it. Lost my train of thought now. Where was I? Alright, games worth playing. It's got Fable, Fusion Frenzy, Forza, Project Gotham Racing, Ninja Gaiden, Mech Assault, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, and my personal favourite, Stubbs the Zombie. Set in a satirical take on futuristic 1950s America, where eating people's brains and pissing in the water supply to poison the population are two of your main objectives, and having the same game engine as Halo makes for smooth gameplay both on foot and when you're driving vehicles. Now I know it's not an exclusive, but I can't not mention Burnout 3 Takedown. Kind of a racer demo derby hybrid, where you race while gaining points based on how well you can smash people out of commission, though I spend most of my time in road rage mode, where you have to take down a certain amount of cars before the other players. It's super addicting on multiplayer, and the game looks gorgeous at 60 frames per second with a nice set of component cables. Did I mention the cheeky-ass radio host?
Whose dumbass idea was this anyway? Probably my ex-girlfriend's. Crash
God, I
FM.
miss the 2000s. Sadly, the party would be cut short when Xbox hardware production ceased in August 2005. in favour of the 360 that would launch not long after, which Microsoft clearly wanted to focus on pushing. Fewer and fewer games were released as the years went by. I remember visiting my local warehouse store in 2006, and I swear there must have been like 8 or less original Xbox titles on the shelf. The lucky last title was released in 2008, being Madden NFL 2009. With the Xbox Live service continuing on until April of 2010 when the server was finally shut down. Sob. I admire the commitment of the group that came to be known as the Noble 14, who actually left their consoles on and hooked up to the server, continuing to play Halo 2 online for almost a month after the network's official close. Alright, wipe that Dorito dust off your fingers and listen good, because I got some stats for you. Sony's PS2 sold 156 million systems worldwide, Nintendo's GameCube would sell 21 million, and the winner is not the Xbox. While 24 million systems were sold worldwide, outselling the GameCube, both were obliterated by the PS2.
Facts.
Considering it could play DVDs right out the box and was cheaper than most DVD players themselves, thus attracting a lot of non-gamers, had a library more than 2.5 times the size of the Xbox and GameCube combined, and perhaps the best selling point, SingStar. But seriously, the PS2 was of course native to Japan. The Xbox was not. The truth is, Japanese people aren't usually too keen on systems that aren't from home, and with only about 2% of total Xbox sales being in Japan, this becomes pretty clear. People might debate whether the Dreamcast should be included when discussing the 6th console generation.
It does. Let's not disrespect the Dreamcast. But RIP to the homie though. RIP to the homie though. I think our next video gonna be on the Dreamcast. Most definitely, I think our next video gonna be on the Dreamcast. But
I wouldn't deem it a competitor in the race, given the plug was pulled so early, no pun intended, but I think I'll give it an honourable mention, having sold 9.6 million systems worldwide. If you've made it this far into the video, thanking you, you're a legend. Now, as much as I'd kill to be back in 2004 when the 6th generation was arguably at its peak, it's fun to be able to look back at these older systems and see how well they've held up. At the time of this video's recording, we're approaching Xbox's 22nd birthday, so I posed the question, is it worth buying and collecting for in 2023?
absolutely
Yes,
not.
oh yes, I will.
Sorry, Xbox just proposed to me after all these years of seeing each other. I said yes to Xbox, and I say yes to you too. The systems themselves are cheap, so long as you don't want a special coloured one, but those are a whole different ballpark. The games are mostly cheap, with a few desirable ones having crept up a bit over the last few years, but still nowhere near some of the popular GameCube and PS2 titles, especially multiplayer.
See, the thing is though, the original Xbox is so easy to fucking jailbreak that you wouldn't need to buy games for it. You could literally just illegally download games and just shift them over there with a flash drive.
Take Mortal Kombat Deception for example. It's about $90 on the GameCube, yet about $15 on the Xbox. Or Silent Hill 2. For the PS2 it can be between $120 and $150 depending on condition. The Xbox version is anywhere between $40 and $50. And honestly, the fog difference ain't that bad, people. Chill. You know, I could relate to James Sunderland's guilt of being directly responsible for his wife's death.
I never removed the clock capacitor from my ex-wife and she died.
For those who don't know, rather than using rechargeable batteries for its clock, the Xbox used a clock capacitor, which over time became prone to leaking acid onto the motherboard, meaning bye-bye Xbox. But all you do is crack your Xbox open, take off the hard drive exposing the motherboard, and if it's still in there, just give her a few twists with your fingers until she breaks free, as I'm sure you've got better things to do than desolder it from beneath the motherboard. There's a bit of talk about early models having dodgy DVD drives and solder joints that crack in the power supply, but honestly, I've owned a few of these over the years and have never come across any such problem. It's more the controllers you should watch out for. Make sure they don't have signs of having been wrapped up a million times, as it puts strain on the wires inside.
See, just look at my controller graveyard. Damn Microsoft and their weak red cables. Anyone want to resolder these for me? I'll pay you in back rubs.
The Xbox actually lost Microsoft over $4 billion throughout its lifespan, but it was a price they were willing to pay to get their foot in the market and set themselves up for the future. And with their little taste tester, we got something great. Something that represents the last time in gaming history where there was no bullshit. No patches, no half-baked games requiring DLCs to finish them, no endless add-ons being shoved down your throat. Call me the get off my lawn type, but back then, when a game was released, it was done. There was no second chance to patch shit up that they ran out of time to do. And while there were a few games that offered the live service, they still had to have a complete offline single-player campaign or story mode, because a lot of people who bought the game still didn't have internet at the time. Bit of a ranty tangent there, so I'll cut it short or we'll be here all night. With a low-cost entry barrier while easily being the most powerful system of its generation, allowing its kick-ass games to look absolutely gorgeous even by today's standards, I highly recommend the Xbox to anyone pondering getting into it. After all, there's certainly worse things you could be spending your money on. Anyway, that's all folks. If you've made it this far, thanking you again. And if you enjoyed my video, please share your Xbox experiences in the comments below and consider subscribing because I actually really enjoy making this kind of content. And if I know there's an audience for it, then, well, I'll keep on delivering.
Okay. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one. Yeah, man, the OG Xbox, the first Xbox. Sadly, we can't say Xbox One because they were dumb enough to name an Xbox One, which turned out to be one of their worst Xboxes they've ever put out. How ironic. But anyways, though, the OG Xbox is most definitely a classic. If you got it, cherish it, hold on to it forever. And if you know how to jailbreak it, or you probably have jailbroken it, then you probably good. Shit, a lot of people have jailbroken their Xboxes over the years. And let's just say everybody that jailbroke their Xbox pretty much didn't give a fuck about warranties, didn't give a fuck about none of that shit. All we wanted to do was just play the games for free. We wanted to do extra shit with the Xbox. Some of the jailbroken or hacked Xboxes had like 800 gigabyte hard drives put into them, so you could have unlimited amount of games, unlimited amount. But yeah, man, that was back in the days, though, man. But anyway, so that's just gonna about do it for this one, man. I will see you on the next video. Let me know y'all if y'all was the OG Xbox. How many of y'all had an OG Xbox back in the days when the Xbox was relevant before the 360? Yeah, without further ado, that's just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see you on the next video. Till then, peace out.